Here's another example of how disgusting this country has become. When the title of this is called Horrifying Video Shows Two Officers Shooting Mentally Ill Pregnant Women. Who's to say if anyone's mentally ill? I would say that the officers who are capable of shooting a 100-pound pregnant woman are mentally ill. Anyways, as I read this, I'm going to post this to my Google page. I have lost all respect for this country and the people living in it. How can we tolerate this? It makes me sick to my stomach. Sandpoint, Idaho. A homeless 35-year-old mother of 3 and stepmother of 1 was brought to the hospital on July 8th, 2014. Her concerned husband, who was hoping to obtain assistance as his wife had a history of mental health issues, as well as a tragic past. The woman was armed with a knife and had been threatening suicide. The reports that the woman was pregnant when her life was taken. Janetta's husband, Shane Riley, went inside the hospital, desperate for help to de-escalate the situation, and told the staff that his wife was outside with a knife, threatening to harm anyone who approached her. The couple had reportedly been fighting most of the day, and his wife had drunk half a bottle of vodka and was armed with a 3.5-inch paring knife. The hospital was immediately put on lockdown, and the police were called to the scene. Riley, who was described as a chronic domestic violence victim with abuse issues and a history of being abused as a child, was reportedly posing no threat to anyone when the 3 officers arrived. The distraught woman was sitting in a vehicle, calmly speaking to her husband, until she was approached by the police with her weapon fixed on her. The police then escalated the situation in a way that only men armed with loaded AR-15 rifles can. "Walk over here," they ordered. "Show me your hands." "Fuck you," Janetta replied. "No." Only 15 seconds after the police arrived on the scene, Riley was shot by both Officers Ziegler, 29, and Officers Valenzuela, 27, when she refused commands to drop the knife. The petite woman was nowhere near the officers as she was shot 5 times. At 5 feet tall and less than 100 pounds, it is a scary world when police officers who are supposedly trained to protect the public cannot non-fatally disarm a person of that stature. At one point in this brief encounter, Ziegler had switched to his taser, but opted to holster it and go back to his handgun. Janetta Riley was hit 3 times, was hit by 3 of the bullets. 2 entered her torso, while the 3rd pierced her heart. Her body was handcuffed and laid face down in the street, bleeding her life away. That is so disgusting. And if you watch recent police brutality videos, including the one of the man in Pasco, you will see that this is a new trend. The police officers like to handcuff dead bodies after they have murdered them. That's really disturbing. What's really disturbing is that we sit there on our smartphones and we watch these people die. We allow these men, just because they have badges, to kill innocent people. Let's say somebody had even just finished murdering somebody. It still doesn't give the police a right to kill that person. This country, people have become so brainwashed into thinking this is okay. And it's not. It's not okay. It's not okay for them to use tasers either. 50,000 volts of electricity. You should watch the taser of one where they shoot the taser into the person's head and it plants itself into their skull. These men are sadists and they are murderers. We are murderers for allowing them to do this. The department does not provide officers with crisis intervention. Yeah. I don't know.